Hi guys, and welcome to Shadtiger Gaming here on YouTube. Shadtiger is your host. We're going to be starting a playthrough of Valheim Mistlands. It will be modded as evidenced by the huge plus over the Valheim title. And that is the first mod that is installed in the game. It comes with BepinEx packed into it, so you kind of need it, because you have to have BepinEx, and I wanted Valheim Plus. We'll go ahead and get into this, and we'll build a new character for this. Neat braids, and we'll dream big, and we'll get a short beard, because I can't grow a beard. We'll make him the old redhead, and we'll call him Einar. And we'll be going through a new save, playthrough. Save. So it's the YouTube playthrough save. And we're going to be using one of my favorite seeds here, Shadsheim, as it does. I know the opening area, and it does have a decent start. So we'll go ahead and we'll log in, and as the intro is scrolling, I will go through the mods we're using. As mentioned, we have Valheim Plus. I also have Valheim Recycle, which gives us a recycle tab in our workbench. Vitality Rewrite gives us a vitality skill, which allows us to build our character up as we go. You get more strength to carry, you higher carry weight, and you also get greater health and stamina base. I have Valheim Ship Exploration, which on the raft gives you 1.5, the carve gives you 2.0, and the longship gives you 3.0 in clearing fog in the map. So it helps with exploring, but only from ships. In addition to that, I also use better archery. I prefer its performance on the bow. Plant everything, because I like to be able to plant mushrooms, and I like to be able to plant berry bushes and things like that. Better ladders, so that you don't bounce going up and down the ladders. Interact while building is a big one for me, quality of life wise. I don't have to put my hammer away to check and see if I can access the workbench, or if I still need to adjust it. There's Skill Injector, of course, for Vitality Rewrite. I do have Skyheim and Skyheim Extended, so I do have the modded magic in the game, which is a rune magic. We will get to the real magic later in the game. Toasty Torches, so that we can pull out a torch to warm up at night, or pull out a torch to dry off a little bit quicker. Not as quick as being in a house next to a fire, but it's still a little faster. Top mining, which allows you to mine out nodes without digging out underneath them, which allows a better save file because of how the height maps save. And use equipment in water, which is great for digging canals, because I do some modification to terrain. Obviously, you gotta flatten out to build your house, you gotta, canals to get boats through, so on and so forth. And use equipment in water allows you to dig canals a lot easier. And that is the mod list. I will have the mod list and the seed down in the description below below each of the videos, and each episode's going to be round about an hour long. It gives us enough time to get something done, as well as giving us a bit of a reasonable length of episode to watch. Welcome to the 10th World Warrior. I am Hugans, and here to guide you on your travels. The megaliths surrounding you are the sacrificial stones. They represent the Forsaken, which you must slay in order to ascend to Valhalla. Now we're going to ignore him for a minute, and we're going to go ahead and read the sacrificial stones. You have Eikthyr, which is your first prey. His antlers are branches of iron. They crack rocks and bring down mountains. His hooves are the sound of thunder, his voice a howling gale. This is kind of a hint a little bit. You build an antler pickaxe as your first pickaxe to go mine copper. Grab that stone while we're here. This is the Elder. First of the forest, king in the wood, lord over those who dwell at his feet. His roots will grow where cities once stood, their blood his wine, their flesh his meat. He drops the key, which allows you to access the crypts. This is bone mass. Wanderer, look to your feet that tread upon our tomb. 1,000 bones without their meat will drag you to your doom. He gives you the wishbone. The wishbone allows you to, there's another stone there, suss out where silver is up in the mountains, where you'll find Modor. Black wings across the moon and sun, down from mountain our mother comes. Her weeping tears will fall like rain, her voice will call us home again. The tears from her allow you to build more advanced crafting stations, which allow you to actually smelt the black metal you will get in the plains, where you find Yagluth. Long ages past he wore a crown beneath blood-red sky, now naught is left of all he was, but his spirit cannot die. He is big, angry, half-rotted apart skeletal troll, or skeletal goblin. And then we have the Queen, the newest one. Born in armor, mother of many, queen without crown, ruler beneath. Once we get to the Mistlands, she is going to be in a massive, locked down crypt that we have to open and then go into. I have not actually gone up into the Mistlands. I have not gone up against her. I've watched a couple of videos. And this stone is a Vegvasir. These magical stones were scattered throughout the lands by Odin as signposts pointing towards ritual grounds of the Forsaken. If inspected closer, this one will reveal the summoning place of Eikthyr, your first prey. He is a mighty beast, so you need to properly arm yourself before attempting to defeat him. He's not all that mighty, but in our present state, he will whoop our butt. This stone here, this emblem on the stone, is Vegvasir. And that gives us our Eikthyr summon area. There is another one back in here, and there is another one up in there. As I said, I do know this particular seed fairly well. This will be welcome to better archery. Yes, welcome to better archery. Thank you for using the mod. The next one will be Valheim Plus. We're going to very carefully grab our raspberries and our mushrooms here, and then back out. This stone structure down there under the cursor can spawn skeletons. I don't know if it has spawned a skeleton this time. Welcome to Valheim Plus. We hope you enjoy the mod. Please support our Patreon. The skeletons at this stage in the game will completely obliterate me. Tasty morsel, mentioning, let's go ahead and organize our inventory and eat a tasty morsel. Over here to this hovel, take stock of your inventory. Eventually we will tear this down, and we will use this flat spot to build a small cabin up by spawn. It will have a small wall around it, and it'll have a portal inside the wall, so that we can just portal up here to drop off our Forsaken trophies. So we can just portal up, run over, put our trophy in, and then slip back out. Now we have enough, we're going to go ahead and build our stone axe. So we have a tool / weapon, and we are going to very carefully kind of skirt around this, just because of the hazards of running into a skeleton at this stage in the game, and I don't know if he has spawned in. There is also another skeleton spawner here. That one hasn't spawned a skelly on me yet, so appears to be safe, at least at opening of game. This one has a habit of dropping a skeleton in my lap when I load in pretty much every time. Hello, picture. Go ahead and harvest us a pig. Okay, that's a grayling, not a skeleton. We'll harvest us a grayling. Deer is freaking out. That's at least a 1-star. I don't think we'll be able to take him down in one swing with the axe, and we won't get a second swing before he is gone, so I'm not going to bother with him right yet. We will come down this way. Still not seeing the skelly, so it may be safe this start. About 2 and 3 starts on this seed, I have a skeleton dropped in my lap at spawn, which makes our starts wonderfully interesting. More than once I have been flattened by him. So we will run down here, we will pick up stone and flint and extra sticks. Once we get over towards where we're going to build our starter cabin, I'll grab some extra wood here. I'll show you the area and why I chose it. This seed has a large inland lake over there. You can just see the start of it from our flight in. And it is a beautiful, beautiful backdrop, and there is a few good spots along its shore to build amazing builds that would just look utterly fantastic. So I wanted to build on the lake, but at the same time trying to bring home large amounts of ores on a boat. And yes, I know there is a mod that allows for us to bring ores through gates. I'm not a fan of the mod. I mean, it's a neat mod, and there's nothing wrong with the mod. If you want that mod in, feel free to add it. But for myself, I like the way the game kind of forces you to build a boat and actually go a Viking. You know, go out, raid your enemies, bring the fancy things you found home on a ship. I think it adds a lot to kind of pushing you to explore the ship, which is also why I use ship exploration, is as my ships get better, my exploration gets better incrementally. So at first I'll have, you know, a carve, and I'll be able to explore in my boat and unlock. By the way, we'll mark another red mushroom here. I don't mark them unless there's at least 3. There was 2 in a stack. Yeah, this one is 2, and then there's 1 there. There's a couple of spots where it's just like a red mushroom or 2 out in the woods, and I don't mark those. I find it annoying when I come back through and go, why did I mark this? So, but 3 or more I tend to mark because that's a few carrot soups. And a few carrot soups is a decent amount of stamina for a decent amount of time, so it's worth it. At least to me. Alright, so let's see what our cargo weight is at. We're sitting at 199 of 308. This 308 is climbing. That climbs with your vitality skill, which any physical actions, so wood cutting, using your axes, running, swords, blocking, clubs, will all give you a very, very little amount to your vitality skill. And as your vitality skill goes up, so does your carry weight, so does your base health, and so does your base stamina. End game at 100%, you have a base health, I believe, of 150. I'm not sure on the stamina. I forgot to check. I do have a mega build character, so I'll also have videos, tours of big builds that I've put together. Also in another, I'm probably going to do that in a separate series. Kind of a, let's build in Valheim. Okay, there's one, there's two, there's the third one. This is another 3 spot. There is also 3 or 4 up in here, and there's like another 5 spot up in here, but I don't know exactly where they're at, and I haven't found them yet, so they're not marked on the map. Our axe is about dead. I cut one more sapling here, and then we will keep heading on. Obviously, pick up all the flints. Later in the start, that will pay in the ability to put in our chopping block almost immediately upon building our house, which will allow us to start upgrading weapons and tools. And it will also give us the ability to build a flint axe once we have said base structure for a higher quality tool, and the ability to build better equipment. Now, that's stone axe. I do have boars. Okay, we'll get this one and we'll get the next one. I don't know how we didn't spook that deer. So we are actually going to improve our sneak a bit. I doubt we'll be able to sneak the deer completely. But we will try. And we might actually be able to drop a regular deer in one swing. We won't be able to drop a 1 star in one swing. Not with this. Nope. Ran out of stamina. Oops. And there was a deer there we spooked, but off on another mission already. Calling forth the beast. You have found the summoning place of one of the Forsaken. Make the correct offering at their altar and they will come. Be wary though, the Forsaken are not easy prey, so craft a wicked weapon, don your finest armor, and eat a hearty meal before engaging them in combat. This is Eichfear, and as I said, he's not all that, but he is decently powerful. Like right now, he'd whoop us. The runestone gives you the hint, so it says hunt his kin. And it shows the stone buck. So what you need to do is you need to hunt deer and gather deer trophies, and it takes 2 deer trophies to spawn him in. We're going to go get this Pigu. I've seen people go in with axes, flint axes, and take him down with a shield and an axe. one of the guys I love to watch here on YouTube and over on Twitch, Co-Carnage, I believe took him out with a flint spear at one point, which was fairly impressive. You definitely do take more damage. Okay, so we've busted an axe. We'll put that down there, and we'll craft another stone axe. The advantage of Recycle is, Valheim Recycle, is you can take those weapons apart later, which is hugely advantageous. Alright. 298 of 312. So we are full up. We got 91 wood. Should be enough to get us a start. Oh, crap, that deer was standing right there. They will tend to circle back around to where they were and go back to calmly eating. So I should have been paying more attention. That one's on me. Now we flew in on the Valkyrie there. I build in this field towards the side of it, and that's because there's a low spot. Technically there's also a lower spot over there, but there is a low spot here that carries east-west straight through the edge of this pond all the way into the lake, which you can see beyond those trees. So I take out and log those trees in there, and then once I've got the pick, I take out the rocks, and I can actually start mining a channel that will allow me to get a ship back into the lake. Which means I can build my final big build base, home, back in one of the nicer spots on the lake, and have a really beautiful setup. And that's one of the things I love about the game, is just how beautiful it is. So let's see here. Building between those two, or have I been building up here? I think I'll build up here just to make sure I'm well and clear far enough back. Helps to build the hammer before we try to use the hammer. Hey, stop that. Alright, we are not going to have a house built before dark, so what I am going to do is I am going to craft a quick camp. We'll start by putting that down. And we will build its little protective hutch so that we can use it for repairing our tools and the like. That was... oh, that's why. I was going to scoot it over, but it is actually in the right spot. However, this gives me the ability to get it tucked a little bit better. Go back to building. We will take these two out, because we did that wrong. I know I built a workbench. Eventually you're going to come back and you're going to tell me I built a hammer, because I am just that good, apparently. All of my little accomplishments need to be informed of. Of late, I have noted that if I don't have these two back pieces in, it still registers as too exposed. So I've just taken to putting them in out the gate. We can access, repair, and this is Valheim Recycle. It gives you the recycle button. And we're going to go ahead and recycle our stone axes. And we're going to craft a flint axe. And then we're going to craft a quick sleeping shelter. It is going to be nothing fancy at all. It is quite literally just going to be a little... Actually, I made that so crooked. There we go. And we will put our little end caps on. This will be coming down in the morning, as trying to do this at night in the dark and have you guys actually, you know, have a video you can enjoy that you can actually see is a wee tad difficult. Put fire down, and we'll chuck a bed back in the corner. There we go. And we'll sleep the night so we can actually build on the day. All right. So let's actually go back over here. We'll repair. We'll eat. I am actually going to, before I tear this fireplace down, I'm going to put a couple of roasting spits over it. And I'm going to cook off my boar meat. While that's cooking, I'll go ahead and tear this down. And this is all going to come right back out. I'm just real quick cooking something over the fire before we start our day, so we can start our day on a full belly. Oh, that's the other thing. We also need to build a hoe. And while we're here, and we have the materials for it, or as we have the materials handy at the moment, we will go ahead and chuck down this so we can go back in, and we will upgrade our hammer and our hoe. We're not going to upgrade the flint axe at the moment. I'm kind of saving my hides for saving my hides to build a bow, hopefully, out the gate. I need to get 4 more boar to do that. So... It's not terrible. So we're going to lay down the outline. I want that leveled down just a little bit more. Let's put one in the back. We'll come around this rock. And this is the same cabin I kind of build as my baseline quick build cabin everywhere. It's quick, it's easy, it has good amount of storage, and it doesn't take too much material. Let's grab our hoe out and raise this corner up. We'll raise up the front. We don't want to raise it up too much. We still need to take those rocks out eventually. we will come around the edge and level this down some. Stamina build up just a little bit more, because leveling ground is apparently hard work. And we'll go around the other side to level the rest. There we go. It's fairly well done. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab this, and we're going to break down our initial little hut, and we'll throw our crafting station in the corner. And we'll grab the rest of our little hut. And that should give us just enough to get the roof in and the chimney. Roof over the fire to also will help direct the smoke out of the building. Come get some. Where you going? You go say all that, you gotta at least come say it to my face. Now we are likely going to have to cut more wood to get this fully fleshed out. Like, fully covered over and everything else in its initial format. We are definitely going to have to cut more wood to get the entire base structure built. But it starts off as a dirt floor hovel with a bed and a crafting table on one wall. And I use a chest kind of as a headboard. So now we're going to go ahead and poke fire back in the fireplace. We'll mark our spawn point. Nope, that's crooked. There we go. We don't have enough for a gate. We have 8. We have enough for the ridgeline, so we'll go ahead and throw the ridgeline in. The station is too exposed. Let's just pull it all the way into the house for now. It's probably because the doors, well, it was sticking too far through the wall. We'll go ahead and come over here and we'll chuck down our mats. Spare mats in there. And we do have a little bit more wood. That's only 5. That's not enough to finish the roof. What do we got? I crafted a hammer. I tell you. It has to tell me that I'm a special boy. Down some saplings and a grayling. Go ahead and get the house finished enough to be effectively complete to survive. it would function on the technicality where we're at. Be wary of weather. Really? Come on, Hugin. I have crafted a hoe, perfect complement to a hammer. Don't say, buddy. While I do like that he's kind of your guide through the start of the game, and it does help if this is the first time you're playing through, he does get a little annoying after a while. Between personal saves, build saves, the YouTube save, my streaming save for Twitch, I've listened to his rhetoric. Also considering I tend to start new and fresh when there's a major update, I've listened to his rhetoric probably close to 100 times at this point. I absolutely love the game. It's very relaxing. It has great music. I like the animation style, like the actual art style. It was slightly pixelated, just works for the game. Oh, there's two of them. Now there's none of them. All right. Close it on 2 stacks of wood. There's 2 stacks of wood. And a little extra. And we're going to go ahead and pick some raspberries, so we've got raspberries in inventory. Because we do tend to go through them when we're using them as a food source. That'll get us by, and we're going to go ahead and eat again for max health and stamina. Once the house is done, we will go do a bit of boar hunting. Hopefully the fog will burn off so we can see. And then we'll go do some boar hunting. And hopefully we can find 4 more boars. With 4 more boars, we will have the ability to flint back out. 4 more boars will give us the ability to build the bow, which will be a huge boon. Go ahead and build this up so that it lasts the entire time until we have to tear it down when we build the rest of the house above. And we'll go ahead and put we'll put 3 cooking spits down. And I doubt we'll need more than 2, but I'm going to put them in just in case. Throw that back in there. Starting at this end. Stone and wood, hides and kills, arrow bits, that'll be for trophies, and flint can go in the stone and wood box too. Now we have a grumpy boy out here. Put his sap in with the feathers. And we now have an enclosed little hovel. And don't get me wrong, it is absolutely a hovel, dirt floor and all. But will keep us safe, warm, and dry when it needs to. And we do have some storage in there. Now, I see a boar already. kind of hope we find a 1-star somewhere out here, because that will require less boars. But I somehow doubt we will find a 1-star. Spooked deer. Not that worried about it. I'm specifically boar hunting so we can get a bow, because with a bow, deer become stupidly easy to get. Even a simple, bare bones, crude bow. Though if we actually happen to walk up behind one, why not? Get some deer meat. I think she's suspicious. Not suspicious enough. Ooh, we got a trophy out of it. So, deer meat's gonna go there, because that's where it'll eventually end up. Do have a little extra boar meat. Oh, I missed that. So we need 3 more boars. We only have 1 wood, so I am gonna actually cut couple of saplings and the stump. So we can actually collect up some beehives. I have played this start enough times that I happen to know that that particular hut right there has a beehive. So we'll go ahead and build our crafting station. And we have our first beehive. While we're down this way, we will go ahead and get the other 2 beehives. As that will also give me the chance to show you guys one of the other build locations, or yeah, one of the other build locations I want to build on. And hopefully we'll run across a couple of boar along the way. Or along the way back. Pick some berries, because mulberries. So this is one of the spots, this peninsula. It's going to need a little bit of terraforming work. Not a lot, but a little bit. I want to fill this hole in, take out some of the stones, straighten it up just a little bit. But out on the end of this, it is an absolutely gorgeous view of the lake. And out on a peninsula, I can actually technically take those rocks out. And with only a little bit of digging, I can turn this into a little harbor for my ships in the back. It is protected and all of that. And it's an amazing little site. There's our next beehive. bit of flint and some flint head arrows. And of course our queen bee. And then over here, I guess we'll do it from inside this time. Take this out, and as it is getting dark, torch some more feathers. Bee number 3. As it is getting dark, I'm going to go ahead and leave this construction station there so we can come back and get these another time. But I am going to go ahead and head home. And we will go ahead and eat another mushroom and another berry for better stamina for the run. And it is not too far over there, so we can zip right over and get what we need. Come on. Yellow-eyed twerp. We need to repair that axe badly. So let's do a quick repair. We have a boar and 2 deer, so we will cook food. We will put our deer trophy in there. We will put our arrows and torch over there. This should be almost done cooking. And before we sleep the night, to actually get as much time on it as possible, as they do spawn honey on a timer, we will put our beehives up tonight. Just out there. Let's make sure they're sleeping, but yeah, it does look like it's far enough away. So let's put our meat down there. I guess we'll use this as a food box for now, in addition, until we get the rest of the house built. And we'll go ahead and sleep. And that'll put us on day 3. We're all repaired. We still have some time on those timers, so I'm going to leave them going. Beehives are still empty because they were sleeping when we put them down. We will actually go get the rest of those huts and see if we can find 3 more pigs today. I have no idea how. But we are going to sneak another deer. Because somehow, out of sheer luck, she didn't spook when we ran up on her. And we ran up on her in front of her at speed. Oops, we went too far. Not a big deal, we can always just scoot down here and bounce across these rocks. Eventually, I will probably, thanks to top mining not having to dig down to get the rest of the rock, I will probably take both of these rocks out and turn this into a channel where I can park my boats. You were saying? That's what I thought you were saying. Alright. Little saplings out of here because it'll make it easier to tear this down. Again, wee bit of organization. That do its business while we take up the floor. From the sounds of that gurgling, I'd say he swallowed the axe. We'll go ahead and clear the saplings back. Because once we've got the proper gear to build over here, I'm going to be basically removing everything from the island, or from the peninsula here, and doing some flattening and leveling to make a proper build section. But for now, I will leave the big trees, because I don't think I'm going to have the carry weight to grab them all. Hey, buddy. You're sneaking up on me, do you? Haha! Nope, you're not. I love smack talking them. At any rate, that gets that busted down. And you can see that's just a gorgeous spot to build. We may also put a little cabin in over here. I'll populate the place with houses, even if it's not going to be populated with people. I don't know, I might not build multiple houses in each location, but I will have houses all over. We got 307 on 328, so we're going to trot back and drop our supplies off. And then we're going to have a scoot around looking for some boar. Oh, bees are happy. Okay, so we've got 4 and a bit stacks of wood. Go ahead and cook off the other deer meat. And then we will go see if we can find a boar before the end of the episode. I think we need 3. Yeah, we need 3 boar to build a bow. However, we will be headed out with our rather healthy amount of stamina and health out the gate for our first major hunt. And this combination, honey, boar meat, and deer meat, gives us 108 health and 110 stamina right now. So, pretty respectable. We're going to do this mostly at speed. So I want to get around the area. Okay, doesn't look like any boar spawn back in here. So I guess we will head back towards spawn. We do have a flint axe. We are still only in... There's a boar. So there's one. We still don't have a shield, and we're still in our rag tunic as our only armor. There's 2 more boar. No, that's 1 boar and 1 deer. Ow. I done a boo-boo. I ran up on him with no stamina. There's another boar there. So we have our bow. Hunting just became so much easier. What we will do is, yep, we have all 3 hides. We will run back. We'll take out a grayling. Collect his sap, there we go. And we will run back, we will build our bow, we will build our arrows, and that's where we'll close out this episode. Still a little bit before noon. So we'll grab that away. Go, and we will repair, craft our crude bow, which we're going to put in 3. We do have more boar meat to cook. Oh, and we'll craft. There we go. And better archery allows you to craft wood arrows in your inventory. And using the wood arrows, sap, and feathers, you can craft fire arrows in your inventory as well. It's the other thing I do like about better arrows. Occasionally, depending on the arrow, the chance goes up with better arrows. Not a mod, better as in a flint arrow is better than a wood arrow. I believe bronze head arrows is where the increase starts. There's like a 10% chance to get, or 5 or 10% chance to get a wood arrow or a flint head arrow back. And it goes up like 15% for bronze, 20% for iron, and so on. When you're shooting obsidian arrows, there's actually a fairly high chance that you'll get the arrow back. This, of course, with the exception of a fire arrow, because fire, it burns the arrow. And I'm actually going to make 1 more stack of arrows here. The recipe still costs the same. And it does, I'm sure you noticed, it does take longer to build the arrows in inventory. So there are advantages to building them at a workstation, but you can, if you need to, build them elsewhere. Use this rock. Hop up on the house. And a pantsless, red-headed Einar. Yay. I'm actually going to go park my butt over here. Nice view. And we'll see you guys all in the next episode. Do take care, and feel free to leave a comment below. Things you liked, things you'd like to see me do a little differently, so on and so forth. And obviously, like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. That way you can be notified when the next episode comes out. Y'all have a great day.